Pedro Martin Winery is a project which originates in San Esteban de la Sierra, a small village with a great wine-producing tradition located in the south of the province of Salamanca, in Sierra de Francia, and is part of the protected designation of origin Sierra de Salamanca. We create our wines from selected grapes in our own vineyards, which mostly have more than 100 years of history. We work the vineyards the same way as our ancestors, based on the principles of preparing the soil by eliminating bad herbs through mechanical processes rather than chemical. Our wine production is sustainable and environmentally friendly, as we protect and reinforce the biodiversity of the fauna and flora in our vineyards and the surroundings. This allows us to maintain a natural equilibrium and avoid the use of pesticides. The plantations are located on small areas on hillsides, which makes it necessary to build terraces to keep the soil intact. This ensures that the vines receive plenty of sun and sufficient air. This orography, together with the specificities of the climate and the soil, gives our vineyards the ideal conditions for the production of unique wines of great quality. Pedro Martin is a wine made essentially with the grape rufete. This grape is the native variety of our territory and is perfectly adapted to the acid soils and the climate of the area, which gives the wine elegant aromas of red fruits and herbs with spicy and soft tannins. The harvesting of the grape, which depends on the meteorological conditions every year, takes place at the beginning or at the end of September. The moment of the harvest is decided when the grape has reached its ideal state of maturity. The first stage is to remove the stems and to press the grapes, which means to remove the grape from the stem and press the juice and pulp into the tanks where the first fermentation takes place, so that the sugar is transformed into alcohol. At the same time, the maceration takes place. This results from the contact between the liquid and the skin of the grape, which gives the wine color, tannins, and aroma. This phase lasts between 10 and 15 days under controlled temperature. Then follows the desmostado, which consists in extracting the juice from the pulp. This process takes place in two stages. The first stage is to extract the liquid by filtration, and the second stage is to press it. Once it has been removed, the pulp resulting from the fermentation still includes great quantities of juice, and therefore it undergoes a light pressing in order to retrieve the rest of the juice, which is rich in tannins and aroma. After a few days, in stainless steel tanks, we pass the wine onto barrels so that the process of malolactic fermentation takes place, in order to make the wine smoother and to strengthen the aromas of the wine. Once this second fermentation has ended, the wine is filtered to eliminate any pulp which may have remained, and then the wine develops in barrels made out of French oak. The barrels have a volume of 225 or 300 liters, both new and used ones. Depending on the characteristics of the wine each year, the time it ages varies. We normally say that we have a roble if it stays between 3 and 5 months, or a crianza if it stays in the barrel for 12 months. The French oak adds tertiary aromas of fruit, wood, and balsamic. Once the development of the wine has ended, we bottle the wine and label the bottles, and finally the bottles are resting for a certain period, depending on whether it is a roble or a crianza. Normally, before the bottles are put out for sale, they rest about the same time as the wine spent in barrels in order to get a smoother and richer wine. Pedro Martin is a wine with the characteristics of the soil where it is made. Visually, it is a wine of medium intensity, a lively red with the typical connotations given by its time in barrels. Olfactically, it is clean and honest, with a great complexity resulting from its development. In the mouth, you will find a dry wine with balanced acidity. It has a long and smooth taste, and you will appreciate notes of wood and of various fruits.